Let's take a look at my demonstration. First, draw a center line in the middle of the drawing paper. Keep your hand against the paper to maintain stability when holding the pen. Divide the upper and lower proportions of the image, with the waist halfway around the main body. To hold a pencil, hold it slightly above the pen, so that the pen can move up and down smoothly. Now draw the ratio of the head, chest, and waist. The width and height of the head are approximately the same. The width of the chest is exactly the sum of two squares. Remember, hold the pen loosely and draw the pencil line lightly for easy correction. Then draw the ratio between the abdomen and the disc bone. Drawing a straight line draft can repeat the same position. Correct the lines while drawing. Note the left and right legs are symmetrical, but the thighs and calves are two different proportions. Take a closer look at my grip and use of the pen. Hold it in the upper position of the pen holder. Tilt the pen to draw a straight line smoothly. The key point of this painting is the structural drawing of straight lines and inclined square shapes. Also note that the ratio of the left and right hands is consistent. The ratio of the upper and lower arms of the left and right hands is consistent. The tilt ratio of the left and right arms is also consistent. After drawing the approximate scale, observe the symmetry of the screen from top to bottom, left to right. Now we can draw the details of the head. The head is the most difficult part of the entire painting, because it has eyes and a complex helmet structure. Drawing complex details in a very small area is a challenge. Everyone can take a closer look at my demonstration. You can even watch the video multiple times. Follow step by step. Clearly express the straight lines, oblique lines, and circular arcs of the face. Please remember that the ratio of the face to the left and right is symmetrical. For the head, everyone can practice independently. Practice until you can fully grasp it. Because the head is the core part of the screen. If not handled properly, the screen will lose its viewing value. Master the drawing method of the head. The other parts of the body are relatively simple. At this point in the drawing, I like to use an eraser to weaken the outline pencil lines, so that more detailed details can be drawn in the next step without being disturbed. After drawing the head, draw the body part again. Note the body is symmetrical from side to side. Also draw left first, then right, from top to bottom. The upper body lines are represented by parallel horizontal lines and vertical lines. The line structure of the abdomen is relatively complex. There are vertical lines, horizontal lines, and diagonal lines. Pay attention to the size ratio of details. The left and right arms and exhaust pipes are respectively composed of two rectangular structures with oblique lines. Carefully observe how I use my pen. A pen is definitely powerful, and every line can be crisp and free. According to the rule of first left then right. Draw the left upper arm and then the right upper arm. After completing the right upper arm, turn back and draw the left lower arm. After drawing the left lower arm, draw the right lower arm again. Continue to draw your hands. The hand is evenly divided into horizontal and vertical lines in a trapezoidal structure. Continue to draw the right hand part. The drawing is consistent with the left hand part. Use the same method to draw the lower half of Optimus Prime. Draw the upper left leg first. Then draw the upper right leg part. By the end of the drawing, the draft has been completed for the most part. Reconfirm Optimus Prime's. Is the proportion of the head, body, and hands symmetrical from top to bottom, left to right? Otherwise, Optimus Prime will become an unstable monster. You can even use a ruler to compare whether symmetry between left and right, top and bottom. Continue to complete the left lower leg structure. Pay attention to the depiction of details in the lower left leg, and the proportion of horizontal and vertical lines. Continue to complete the right lower leg structure. Improve the details of the lower leg. The size of the rectangular lower leg structure is consistent, except for the curved shape of the head in this painting. All lines of the body are straight lines. After completing the draft, the next step is to draw the lines. Suggested use marker with thick and thin heads to draw lines. The lines are divided into thick and thin, making the image more three-dimensional and beautiful. Draw the black line has a pencil manuscript, which is much simpler than a pencil manuscript. So drawing the black line is relatively simple. But it's not easy to draw the black line properly. You need to keep practicing. The quality of the black line is related to the aesthetics of the entire painting. Don't forget to play some of your favorite music when drawing. Humming and drawing happily while enjoying oneself is a form of enjoyment. For the sake of neatness in the picture, the lines should be marked one by one and cannot be repeated in the same position. The same line can only be drawn once. Stop the line as it should. Do not tick off any positions outside of the requirements. For example, a square structure can be drawn at a 90-degree position that just connects. Of course, this is not a level that can be achieved in just 1 or 2 days. Just like the Eiffel Tower, it can't be built in a day or two. Continue to draw from top to bottom, complete the body, hands, and legs step by step. Is the line I drew very clean and without any extra lines? All lines should be straight or oblique. Some friends may ask, if I can't draw such a straight line, can I use a ruler to draw it? Of course, using a ruler to draw is fine, but using it to draw also requires skill. First, you need to use your left hand to hold the ruler. Place the ruler where you want to draw a straight line. Press the ruler with your left hand firmly to prevent it from moving when drawing a straight line. But sooner or later, you still need to learn to draw straight lines with your bare hands. When drawing to the position of the disc bone, pay attention to the details of the disc bone. It cannot be too big or too small. The details of the left and right upper legs should be simpler. Draw with your left and right hands corresponding to each other, and you will easily see if your hands are symmetrical. Here's another reminder. Many friends initially enjoy drawing and they first copy their favorite works, and they all follow their own ideas, drawing as they please, not understanding that drawing requires methods. Can't figure out why my progress in drawing is so slow. There is even no reason for progress. So finding the right method makes it easier to progress, not waste time, and develop an interest in painting. It's really important. Do you think it's not easy to draw on my own because it seems so simple to me? Of course, this is a skill I have honed through hard work. So when you can draw beautiful paintings, the previous hard work is worth it. Painting has become a pleasure. I also spent half of this painting. Did you see anything from my demonstration? Note, except for the head, all other positions in this painting are drawn using straight lines. Consistency should also be considered in the details of the left and right arms and hands. Of course, if the draft is well drawn, just consider the aesthetics of the lines when drawing black lines. You can use the tip of a marker to draw details. The same goes for the legs, which correspond to each other on the left and right sides, making it easier to detect symmetry issues. Draw the feet in the same way as the hands and legs, paying attention to the symmetry and consistency of size between the left and right sides. When using a pen, one should be confident, powerful, stable, and neither fast nor slow. If it weren't for a demonstration, I could draw as fast as flying, because I am already very proficient. I have a clear understanding of the lines and shapes to be drawn. After completing the black line draft, of course, you can also use an eraser to erase any excess pencil lines. Make the screen cleaner. Once the black line draft is checked, you can proceed to the third step, color it. Suggested use of colored pens, markers with pointed and flat ends. Use a pointed edge to mark the edges and apply a large area of color to the flat end. Use a pointed colored pen to mark the line first, and then use a flat colored pen to paint a large area of color blocks. The ultimate goal of using tools is to draw beautiful pictures. Of course, from the beginning, I learned to use the correct method to draw, with the shortest time and the fastest progress. Let's first draw the upper body, then draw the left and right arms. Take a closer look at how I use a flat colored pen. I use pens, lines, and color blocks based on the direction of the image structure, and each stroke is in the same direction. With horizontal strokes drawn horizontally and oblique strokes drawn diagonally, color one by one. Try not to apply the same color in the same position as much as possible. Use a pointed pen to fill in the missing colors. By using this method, the completed picture will look very neat and have even colors. If you use the method of scribbling, if you use the wrong method, you will only draw until the paper is rotten and the pen tip is also damaged. Speaking of this, do you think there still needs to be a method for drawing? I hope my method is helpful to everyone. Pay attention, I can fill a color block with 3 strokes of a flat colored pen. Use the tip of the colored pen to fill in the missing filling area. This painting method is fast, clean, tidy, and beautiful. First, draw all the red positions on the screen at once. Then switch to orange colored pens. Then change the coffee colored pen. Yellow painted eyes, and middle position of helmet. Blue painted helmet, hands and legs. Draw the legs in the same way. Pay attention to my observation. First, use the tip of the pen to draw a line frame. Draw color blocks on the flat end of the colored pen. Vertical lines stacked one by one do not repeat. In order for everyone to understand, I deliberately drew slowly. Can everyone keep up? Don't worry, at first it wasn't as easy as you imagined. You may have drawn many times but not satisfied, and even want to give up. But please listen to me, there will definitely be a process. After drawing the blue part, finally draw the gray part. Gray mainly expresses shadows and increases stereoscopic effects. After adding gray, the picture becomes more three-dimensional. Finally, with just a few more details, we're basically done. Draw the ventilation holes of the left, and write exhaust pipes and the logo of the Transformers on the chest. And the picture will be perfect. Here, let's talk about talent. Does painting require talent or not? Of course, if you have talent, you will get twice the result with half the effort when drawing. But if you work hard and find a way to learn how to draw, of course you can also succeed. Then draw on paper with ease, creating natural lines and beautiful colors. Let your imagination run wild. The last thing to say is I hope you like drawing. And then practice more, and come on. Some additional information is needed to draw here. As mentioned earlier, some friends may ask, if my drawing foundation is not good, is there a simpler drawing method? Yes, it's using transparent tracing paper, also known as sulfuric acid paper. First, print out a screenshot of the video. Cover the printed image with tracing paper. Draw it according to the shape of the base image. After drawing the black line, you can also directly color it on the tracing paper. By using this method, practice until you feel that you can start writing against the picture. Okay, that's all for drawing. Have you learned yet? I hope everyone likes it. Thank you. See you next time.